In the last practice, we have used the PowerFlex 4 by understanding its registers by moving a motor. In this case, we're going to attach a new element that will be a PLC from the family S7 1200 from Siemens. We're going to use it for communicate and declare a master and a slave between the PowerFlex and the PLC. And by adding some ladder diagrams, we're going to perform a code that will be setting up the configuration and the different settings and modes of function in the VFD. Of course, we're going to use TIA Portal V17, and we're going to understand the programming and the creation of different variable tables and different databases related with the main program OB. And going ahead, we're going to construct the program and the code by deploying the example of the practice, and we're going to understand how to create a program on TIA Portal. So in the software, we're going to create the project, select the device, which is a Macy DC Relay 1212C PLC, and we're going to configure some settings related to the communication protocol, such as the baud rate and some permissions necessary for the PLC. In the main OB, which is the ladder diagram, the principal ladder diagram, we're going to add different blocks for setting up the instructions. Also, we can create different databases and tables that it will going to help us with the variable selection and the variable implementation. For example, in this case, we're using two different tables to relationate with the blocks, the variables, and find very quickly and easy their implementation and functionality in the program. Here we're setting information in the slave and in the communication block of the TIA portal. Also, we're going to need two MOV blocks that they are going to alternate their functionality to tell us that the protocol communication is going well. So after creating the code, we are able to upload to the PLC by selecting our Ethernet board and recognizing the selected PLC in the creation of the project. Here we have some settings to fix, that is the IP direction of our computer. We need to change it because the IP by default of the PLC is the 0.0.1, and we need to cover that issue because we cannot have the same IPs in the same space. So we're going to change it in the computer, and we are going to connect it to the PLC. After correcting some issues in the code, we're going to be able to fully upload the code to the PLC. So after correcting these issues, we're going to re-upload the code to the PLC, and we're going to start the execution of the program in the board. So immediately that the PLC is recognizing the code, we're going to check out the real-time viewing of the process. So this is very useful because we can attach some observations and we can debug in real time the behavior of the code in our device. And of course, we need to send a value to the heart rate to the VFD, and we're going to check it out by telling the RTL viewer in the software, in the TIA Portal software, by clicking in the glasses. And after we are able to select the real-time debugging, we are going to see that by inducing a voltage in the PLC, it is going to send a value to the VFD that is going to move the motor. And if we change the value in the VFD, we can admit the path of current to the PLC and execute our program. Now, if we can, or if we have to make some evaluations directly from the software, we can select it in the menu, in the glasses, and we can override and we can upload the values of the variables in the selected tables. So this is very useful in the case that if we are not able to edit a feature in the physical part of the PLC, we can do it remotely using the software, the TIA portal. And if we are changing values, absolutely we are going to be allowed to do these changes, but just with warning and precaution. So this is the practice of the week. Thank you so much and see you in the other practice.